Whoa, what up, everybody? Happy Friday morning. I know when you probably see the title of this video saying breaking, you probably thought like, why is Rama announcing Joe Biden's presidential win? No, this is not the political channel. I'm not here to say breaking Joe Biden wins, Pennsylvania or Georgia, whatever. No. I'm here to share with you this rather earth-shocking news, actually. What up, Robert? Robert Makes the Cut is here. Good morning to you too, sir. Kind sir. Johnny Depp. I don't really share with you guys news about tabloid stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because, there's other websites or other outlets that do that, right? People Magazine, whatever you want, for example. It's like, oh my God, the scandal, or oh my God, Brad Pitt cheats on his wife. I don't do that on a regular basis. But when it comes to this is film related. That's why I want to share with you guys this about Johnny Depp. Because, as you know, Johnny Depp is one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, and he was supposed to, he played Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts films, and he was supposed to return and reprise his role for the next installment. Of course, putting Johnny Depp aside, we don't even know if the next installment is gonna happen because the pandemic is pretty much killing the industry as we speak, unfortunately. But back to, I digress, but back to Johnny Depp. He was supposed to come back. And guess what happens today? He released a statement. Let me just show you this to you on Twitter. Can you see it? Let me make it big for you guys so you guys can read it. Or maybe I have to open the image real quick. There you go. There it is. Much better. In light of recent events, this is Johnny Depp's official statement coming from him. In light of recent events, I would like to make the following short statement. Firstly, I would like to thank everybody who has gifted me with their support and loyalty. I have been humbled and moved by your many messages of love and concern, particularly over the last few days. Secondly, I wish to let you know that I have been asked to resign by Warner Brothers from my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I have respected and agreed to that request. Finally, I wish to say this. The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time. Thank you for reading. So, Rama, what happened in the UK? Some of you might be asking, some of you might be, it's understandable. You guys may have been focused on the election, right? On the Joe Biden stuff and versus Trump. You guys might not have heard, like, what's going on with Johnny Depp? Well, let me Google this here. It's a long article here on ABC News, but I'll summarize it for you guys. So basically, it's been a brewing thing for the past couple of years or few years about the Johnny Depp versus his ex Amber Heard. Let me just go. I don't want to show you that app. And Amber Heard says, Johnny Depp abused me, and Johnny Depp is like, Amber Heard abused me. Amber Heard's the one that beats me up. And I don't know what happens to that whole ordeal. They might still be in the process of proving which one says, the truth. It's a he says case. But The Sun, a tabloid newspaper. Remember, I don't do tabloid on mostly, but the Sun is one of those outlets that are dedicated, with things about scandals and affairs and paparazzis about celebrity, and so you have to take things from the Sun with a grain of salt, because again, they are a tabloid newspaper. They're not the Guardian, okay? So the Sun labels Johnny Depp as a wife beater, as you could see from the summary. And Johnny Depp did not like that, of course. If you were Johnny Depp, and you say like, "Oh, I'm innocent," I'm gonna take you to court and I'm gonna sue your ass. And so that's pretty much what happened. And the judge in the UK, because the Sun is a UK outlet, decided or had ruled that the Sun did not do anything wrong. So the reason is the British judge, as you can see here, the British judge said that he believed Johnny Depp had abused ex-wife Amber Heard. So I read another tweet about this that says that the judge basically says there is enough evidence on the Sun's part to say that Johnny Depp is, at least at the very least, is not able to win this libel case. And this libel case has nothing to do with Amber Heard. Amber Heard is not included in this libel case at all. It's Depp versus the Sun, basically. So he lost. Johnny Depp lost. And hey Persia, Alyssa, I guess I'm not going to give my money to Disney and Fantastic Beasts 3 now. Yes. Let me put your comment there. Thank you for chatting with me. So Johnny Depp lost, and you know what happens, right? That does a ripple effect, and it gives an optic. No matter what the truth is, the optic is now, the perception is now, Johnny Depp is a wife beater because a judge has leaned towards the Sun instead of him. And of course, we live in a time right now, in an era where just one slight indication, is sufficient enough for people to cast stone, people to cast judgment. In some cases, it turns out to be correct. When we talk about like Weinstein or Spacey, all those guys. But in other cases, it turns out to be not correct. With the case of Aziz Ansari. Remember that, Aziz Ansari? I was like, dude, the guy almost lost his career over like false accusation. Holy crap. Because there are, I am for the Me Too movement. I am for the, Time's Up movement. But there are some bad faith people out there who had weaponized this movement, to their own benefit. And those are the ones that you need to be careful about. And so it's scary when they do that, because oftentimes, right now, everybody's just like, let's run to that direction without really investigating. So Johnny Depp is, as you can see from the resignation letter here, so he's really insistent on his side of the story, and I'm not sure what kind of other battle that he can fight this thing at, like because he lost his battle with the Sun. His reputation has been tarnished. But here's the thing. This paragraph, I have been asked to resign by Warner Brothers for my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts. Man, that's a bummer, man. Because Disney also does the same thing, as Persia says here on the comment. They are not bringing back Jack Sparrow. They're distancing themselves from Jack Sparrow. And as you know, Disney is developing a brand new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, completely separate and away from Johnny Depp's or any hint of Johnny Depp's iconic character Jack Sparrow. So if you ask me, hey Rama, are you team Depp or team Amber Heard? I always openly say on Twitter I'm team Johnny Depp. Right now I'm leaning more towards I don't know, but I am not team against Johnny Depp. if the British judge says, hey, there's enough evidence for the son to be not guilty, I want to see those evidence. I don't know about you guys. Let's show them. Let's put them out to the world. What is this evidence? Because the photos that I've seen so far are just Johnny Depp, passed out on the floor after doing some heavy drugs. I mean, like, what celebrities don't do drugs? That's like Hollywood for you. Every celebrity passes out every now and then from doing too much. Like, that's not evidence of beat up of Amber Heard beating up Johnny Depp or Johnny Depp beating up Amber Heard. I want to see that evidence if there's any sign of truth to it. But here's a tweet that I retweeted from a fan of Johnny Depp. WB really fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts 3, but is happy to have Amber Heard in Aquaman 2. Disgusting. So obviously this fan is one-sided, is Team Johnny Depp all the way. But she kind of does have a point. Like, the libel case is between Johnny Depp and the son. It doesn't really prove the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case. You know what I'm saying? That was Johnny Depp versus the son, not Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. So for everybody to suddenly, run towards the direction of Amber Heard and against Johnny Depp, again, it brings me back to Aziz Ansari again. I mean, I was like, so Aziz Ansari, man, that guy, woo, he was on the verge of losing his entire career because somebody weaponized the Me Too movement in a negative way. So this is what brings me back to that again. That's where we are. It's sad. Now, Johnny Depp, I'm gonna end on this, right? Johnny Depp is financially fine. He is more than financially secure. So this is not one of those cases where somebody gets fired from Stater Brothers, and that's the only job he's got. Now that he has to drive Uber to get by, that's a story all too familiar right now in this pandemic world where people lose their jobs. That's not the case. Johnny Depp, I think Johnny Depp has his own island, has his own private island. He's rich. He's filthy rich. And I read a story a long time ago where he gave, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, he gave like about $4,000 tip to a waitress. I mean, the guy is generous as hell. Like, so what I'm getting at is he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be fine. If he doesn't get a job for the next 20 years or so, he's got millions in the bank. He's gonna be okay. He doesn't need to scrap for food. But right now Johnny Depp is fighting for his reputation. This is his reputation that he's fighting for. He doesn't want to go down, or he doesn't want to be dragged down. He doesn't want his legacy to be dragged down to the level of the ones that are actually guilty, like Spacey and all those guys, and Weinstein. Like, he's saying, like, I'm not. And you know what? Even though I'm now in the team, I don't know, right? Because I'm the kind of guy who has to have evidence. At the same time, I do wish Johnny Depp all the best in his effort to pretty much prove the truth. If he wants to continue to fight this, have at it, bro. Go for it, and best of luck to you. Hunter Iggy says there are rumors that he would play Reverse Flash in the Flash movie. Well, Hunter, what studio is behind the Flash movie? Hello, it's Warner Brothers. They're not gonna have him back. But even if the rumors are true, let's for the case of this, all right, let's entertain the rumor. If it's true, then WB will have will ask him to resign as well from that as well. Abdul G says why? Well, I did a whole long segment, so you want to rewind this video so you can you can understand what happened. If you guys just tuned in, WB fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts 3 because of the whole decision from the UK with Johnny Depp versus the Sun, with the British UK judge siding with the Sun, saying that hey, there's enough evidence to say that that the Sun is not slandering you, because Johnny Depp is saying, hey, the Sun is slandering me, but the judge comes in and says, no, the Sun is not slandering you. There's enough evidence to say that they're not really slandering you. So I want to see that evidence, and hopefully Johnny Depp can still continue this fight, but he's not financially in the rut, so you don't have to send him GoFundMe or send him like Patreon. The guy is fine financially. Right now he's fighting for his reputation. He's fighting for his legacy, so that it won't be defined, as he said, by this one specific moment. And lastly, man, again, I want to re-emphasize, I am for the Me Too movement. I am for the Time's Up movement. But you gotta do due process. Due process is very... If you just prosecute somebody based on public opinion on Twitter, that's not cool. That's not cool. Aziz Ansari, I keep coming back to Aziz Ansari because that's the perfect example. That guy turned out to be innocent, because somebody was weaponizing the Me Too movement to their own benefit. And there are some bad faith actors out there. I don't know if Amber Heard is one of those bad faith actors, but let's see the evidence. Let's fight it out. If Johnny Depp says I'm innocent, let me see it. I'm a guy who needs to see evidence. Unbelievable Montage says there are tons of proof Amber Heard lied. Yes, I think one of those proofs, remember the audio got leaked, right? I don't know how the audio got leaked, but that was like intense, man. The dialogues between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, where it sounded like Amber Heard was physically hurting Johnny Depp. I'm like, who got this audio from? Abdul G says, well, man, I love him in the Fantastic Beasts so well. Yes. So, and I love him in all his movies, man, especially the shitty ones like The Lone Ranger. Even the crappy ones, Johnny Depp can make it worthwhile or ease the pain a little bit, of you watching this torture session because Johnny Depp is in it. He's a great actor. And so it's a bittersweet news that I'm sharing with you guys right now. If you guys are fans of Fantastic Beasts 3 and you guys are excited to see Johnny Depp back again, unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. I don't know when the next time we'll see Johnny Depp back on the screen again, with this whole thing tarnishing his reputation. So, what do you guys think? Alright, I gotta get going. I gotta interview somebody in an hour. Let me know what you guys think about this whole decision by WB. When a company says, when somebody says I have been asked to resign, that does mean that the company fires him. I've been in that position. I was asked to resign from the company that I worked for about 9 years or so. And that's the same thing as being fired, forced to being let go. Like, hey, you gotta sign this, because either that or straight up fire. This is their nice way of saying, hey, we're firing you. We're asking you to resign. But it's the same thing basically. So, what do you guys think about this this whole news about Johnny Depp being fired from Fantastic Beasts 3? Are you on Team Johnny Depp or are you on Team Amber Heard? If so, why? I want to hear arguments from both sides. And what do you think will happen now to Johnny Depp's career, acting career? and his long-standing reputation in Hollywood. What do you think is going to happen now moving forward? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, your theories, your arguments, your opinions in the comment sections down below. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. Robert, Persia, Hunter, Abdul G, Unbelievable Montages. Unbelievable Montages says, she, as in Amber Heard, even confessed she lied on the video. And Abdul G says, depressed, saddened. So thank you so much to you guys for tuning in. And let me know your thoughts about this, okay? I want to hear them in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe. Alright, I gotta get going. I got a big interview that I'm doing today. You are gonna be so stoked about this talent that I'm interviewing, because he's one of my idols growing up in the 90s. Alright, let's rock this.